Hi. When people are asking me about the resin bases I've started experimenting with, one of the questions they ask me about is framing it and how I frame it for the pour. This is the thing I've made a lot of mistakes with, so I've sort of learnt over time how to do it. And I thought I'd just do a quick video and just show you what it is I do. When I'm framing up the edges, I just use polystyrene plastic, cut to size. Just polystyrene sheets from the local hobby store. So it tends to give a pretty good surface and it's reusable. So I've already used that once yesterday on a pour, and I've just pulled it off and I'm just about to use it again. I used tomato tape to seal it all up. So I've got the base there that I want. I just line the frame up, wrap it around. I'm looking for a nice tight fit on the base. So tape it in. Once I taped it in, I just lift it up, have a bit of a look, make sure I haven't got a gap in there. If I do, obviously I'm going to get a leak later on. That's a pretty tight fit, which is pretty good. Quickly just hold it in place. And then because it's a round base, just going to do it little by bit. Obviously a square base is a little bit easier, you can just do the straight edges. When I do the joins on a square base, I tend to super glue the edges in, but this one I'm just using tape to hold it in. Getting a nice tight seal as I move around. Just making sure it stays flush with the bottom of the base. Yep, excellent. So the tape's the important part, because that's the part that's going to stop it leaking. If you don't get the tape down right, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble when you do your pour. So always make sure there's plenty of tape on there and that seals nice and tight. Now I've had it slip a bit, so I've lost my, oh, there we go, yep, fantastic. Just make sure, just making sure it stays flush with that bottom, otherwise that's when you start getting your gaps. All the way around, make sure it's nice and tight. And there we go, we've got a nice tight taped all the way around. Make sure it's sitting nice and tight. And I just grab some blue tack and wrap it around it. Now the blue tack's really just supporting the tape and making sure the tape's a nice tight seal. If you haven't done the tape part right, the blue tack really won't hold the resin in too well. It just tends to leak and make a nice mess anyway. So really all I'm doing with the blue tack is just making sure the tape it holds and that it's a nice tight snug frame. And there we go, a base ready for a resin pour.